Hi guys, welcome to another episode of My Sister's House TV. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve that Puerto Rican high bun that I always do. It's a wet look, and show you how to turn this into this. Okay guys, so this is basically when I have taken my hair down. I'm about to spray it down with this mixture that I have. It's a mixture of peppermint oil, some of the Aunt Jackie's silkening spray, and some Afro-G leave-in conditioner. I pretty much always moisturize my hair in some sort of way, with maybe like a water or a spray. Just to give my hair some moisture while it's in this protective style. So you see me spraying it on all of the like ends or edges, roots of my hair, so that way, you know, one, it's easy to manage because I have thicker hair. You can't tell because my hair has already been in a bun. Now I'm going to put the Dr. Miracle's Hot Grow on my edges to make sure that all this brushing and pulling up is not pulling out my edges, because we need those. So I just dab a little bit on my edges. Yeah, there we go, dabby dabby dab. Okay, and we're going to just soak that, smooth that into your hair so that way it's not super greasy, but you also have a little like shine on there too. So I put it all over my edges. This is really good for hair growth and making sure that your edges are always restored, always growing back, even if you have like braids. So I use this right before I get braids, during braids, and then after. So at this point my arms get a little tired from pulling that up. Okay, so I'm going to use a Denman brush to brush that into my scalp and then pull my hair up to a bun. So as y'all can see, my biceps are pretty defined, mostly from pulling my hair up into a ponytail and having to hold it for about 10 minutes while I do this. So you see, you know, them edges ain't laying down the way they're supposed to. So I'm going to use the Eco Styler gel. I'm pretty excited about that. It's the Eco Styler Unicorn Gel. It's glittery. It smells great. And I just, at this point, I've just pretty much stopped using my regular Eco Styler. It adds a shimmer and a shine. Now, some people would think that it's childish because it's glittery, but it's not actually glittery. Like, it's not going to make you look like you have actual glitter or, you know, like thick glitter in your hair. It's just a little shine and it makes it look wet, and it's perfect for this look. It also doesn't dry out my hair, so I just smooth that on my edges just to get it a little bit more moist and manageable. So as I smooth in, I'm going to go ahead and take that Denman brush and brush that right through, kind of rake it through my hair so that way it gets to my scalp, because if you don't, then you'll have bumps in your hair, and I hate that. So I want to make sure all of it is distributed. Why do I always have trouble saying that word? Distributed into my hair. Okay, so that way it's actually on my scalp and making that a very sleek high bun. Then I'm going to go in with another bristle brush. This is what brand is this brush? I only use this style of brush, but I got it from Walmart, and it's like a harder brush, and it just keeps the edges smooth. So, you know, I'm going to smooth it out with my hair with my hands a little bit to make sure that I can achieve that high bun. And anytime I find any bumps or any places where it's a little lumpy, I'll go back in with that Denman brush. Okay, break it down. Break it down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I was singing. I don't know what song this was, but apparently it got to my soul. So okay, here we are. We got the ponytail pretty high, pretty tight. Now we're going to smooth out them naps. I got a lot of naps in the back of my neck. All right, this, oh my gosh, y'all, edge booster. If y'all don't use edge booster, use it, okay? Because I was using other edge control and it was working fine. But at this point, that's the only thing I'm about to use on my edges. I'm always excited to use it because it doesn't make my hair white, doesn't make it flaky, doesn't really take a lot. And it just like dries. It's not like oily. You know how some edge controls are oily? This is not oily. It's like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like, the consistency reminds me of jam, but when it dries, it reminds me of like a gel, or like if you use mousse. So it's like a very matte finish. So I put that on my edges, and I put it on the back of my head, like my neck edges, I guess, my kitchen, you would say, if you black, in order to smooth that down, trying to make sure that I want it to be slick, but I also want you to be able to see some of my curl pattern in my actual hair. Like, on the sleek part, because I know some people like to make it super laid down and super straight. I don't like that. I like it to be a little bit of curl pattern in there, so that way the hair, whenever you put it in, it looks like it's your actual hair. So I spend a nice amount of time making sure that my edges are the way that I like them. But the trick of the trade is just to make sure that your hair is as manageable as possible. So I do that by using all of those products that I'm using. So there you go. Okay, slick it up, sleek it up, sleek it back. We're almost there. We're almost getting to the point where we can put that ponytail into a ponytail. Whoo, yeah, you see me. My arms are tired. Bam. I'm not really pulling my hair that hard. I'm just being dramatic. That's me as a person. But yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, another song break. I don't know what song this was, but it was Get It Till I Saw. It must have been something jamming. It must have been like some Janae Aiko talking something. Okay, we're done with the ponytail. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to plait that ponytail so that we can put it into a bun. Okay, so here we are. So now it's time to get these edges together. I know we've been doing edges for a long time, but I really like to do that baby hair stuff. I know that y'all would probably be like, oh my gosh, that's so ghetto. Okay, maybe I'm ghetto. I don't care, but I like to brush them down a little bit, put a little bit more of that eco booster on there. It's not gonna look like this, but if it did, that's my business. Y'all on my YouTube channel trying to figure out how I do my hair. So here you go. Just do a little bit of dabbity dab dab, like I say, and don't take too much, and get your little, whatever you want to use, your toothbrush or comb. I like to use this little tool because it has a toothbrush, or it has a brush and a comb on there, and then whenever I brush it down, I can sleek it back. Okay, so I just want to make sure that my edges are laid down a little bit, because I go to sleep with a scarf and I hate waking up and having to do my edges all over again. So I do this at nighttime. Look at the concentration on my face. I'm so serious about these edges right now. As should you. Make sure your edges are slicked down and that they're growing and flourishing, because that's very important to me, that I don't end up bald on the side. So yeah, okay, we're about done here with the edges. Got to get them sideburns, because my grandma's Indian and I got hairiness natural. It just came very true to me. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to put this ponytail in a bun. So we're gonna brush it out a little bit, brushity brush. Okay, then we are going to spray it with that mixture that I use with the Aunt Jackie's and peppermint oil and the leave-in by Afro-G. And I put a little bit of the hot girl on the ends, just because I like my ends to be a little bit oily so they can, you know, retain the moisture. All right, break it in two and just plait it down. Just plait it, plait. I kind of pulled it down a little bit so that way it can be a little tighter, because I got a little cone head, if you can't tell. And I don't need no more extra bumps on there. Okay, so here we go. We plaiting it down. I'm also left-handed, so please don't mind the way that I plait. I do it so backwards, and I'm doing it front, so it just looks crazy. But okay, so here we go. We got our little plait. We're gonna wrap it around, bring it around town. Now we're going to use a scrunchie or ponytail holder, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to hold that down. I'd like to be very minimal on the bobby pins if I can, because bobby pins hurt. Now I know y'all can agree with this, because they're trash. So here we go. That's the bun. Okay, so I'm going to speed this part up a little bit. This is a full bundle. You can use whatever kind of hair you want, but as long as it's like a curly, wet and wavy type of hair, human hair, this is perfect. So what I do is I take that bundle and I fold it into fourths. So I fold it in half and fold it in half again. Spray it down with a little bit of that Aunt Jackie's silkening spray. And then I'm going to add in some of that Aunt Jackie's. It's called Seal It Up. It's like a holding cream. It's pretty thick, and I like it because it keeps the moisture in the hair, and it keeps it from being too loose. Like, it'll give it some hold basically without making it hard and crunchy. Okay, that's my favorite thing ever, clearly. That's gonna be that Eco Styler gel that I was just talking about. It's gonna put a little bit of shimmer and shine and make that bundle look wet. So I'm just gonna rake that through there. I actually used a lot of this because the last time I used it, I didn't use enough, and it just, I don't know, for me it just wasn't glittery enough. I'm gonna take that dimming brush And I'm gonna brush that through, separate that a little bit, open it up a little bit so I can get those curls individualized, and put some definition in there, and then brush it through again. So we just want to get all those curls as defined as we can. Open them up, and now time to attach. Getting my little bobby pin, and I'm gonna put that on the end there where it's like the middle where it folds, so that way you can hook that bobby pin in there perfectly, and just bloop, pop that bobby pin right up in there as far as you can get it in, and just wrap it around and wrap it around and wrap it around. So I'll probably wrap this around like 3 or 4 times. Make sure that you are combing the hair like out with your fingers, so that way it's not getting caught up in the wrap. And then whenever you get that wrapped in there, you want to just pin that one more time. Clearly I was struggling, but you want to pin that in there one more time. And yeah, so rake that hair out, and I'm okay. Look at you, Asia, you doing it on them. All right, now let's get into how to diffuse this and how to wrap it up. Okay guys, so I have a diffuser. I'm going to be diffusing this hair only because I want to make sure that it is as thick as possible without compromising the curls that I just worked to get in this hair. So I'm going to diffuse it a little bit, make sure that it's thick and dry. Then I'm going to go through and make sure that I'm actually getting into the actual like where I wrap this around. I dropped it, sorry. Okay, so the part where I actually wrapped it up, it gets a little wet up there, so I'll make sure that I blow dry that, because if not, then it'll get like weird. Like sometimes if you let hair be wet in a bun, it'll get like moldy. Not saying that's ever happened to me, but I've heard that happen before, and I just refuse to allow it to happen to my hair. So it's dry now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wrap this around the bun that you've already formed. Okay, so we're just going to comb this hair with your fingers over your bun. Kind of like try to cover it up, so that way even if you do wrap it around, you can only see the hair that you added in. So you're going to want to kind of finger comb that over it, and then just bring it around. Now this is going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of just manipulating this hair in order to wrap it around the bun. And I'm not going to say every time looks different, but you know, that's why it's a messy bun, because it's going to be messy. But I just wanted to make sure that I was doing this softly, so that way I could have that like hang out, that leave out of like little hair that I like. So I'm just wrapping that around, making sure that I leave some pieces out, and keeping it looking natural, keeping it like not too high, because honestly I do have a problem getting in the car sometimes whenever my bun is too high. I will hit my head on the door because I'm used to being short and not having that extra 3 inches on the top. So I'm just starting to formulate the bun, and I'm taking small pieces out, or thinking about the little pieces that I want out, so it'll look a little bit more natural. I got a lot of people asking me if this is my real hair, and I was like, girl, thank you so much for thinking that I could grow such long, luxurious hair, because I can't. But I did take the time in order to create this style, so that way I could have a protective style that was really true to me and true to my own being, because buns are my life. Like I wear my hair, that little bun that y'all saw in the beginning, that's typically how I wear my hair if I don't give a damn. But right now I care, you know. I got me a little boo right now, so I gotta make sure I keep him on his toes, so that way, you know, he loved me. But right now I'm just pulling out some pieces, so that way I can make sure that they are oh, throw the boobs at everybody, that's fine. But I'm basically just picking up some pieces, making sure that I have something left out, manipulating this bun a little bit, so that way it is believable, you know. So making sure it's not just some like little box shape that looks like I just wrapped it around a bun, but making sure that it looks like it's a little messy, but at the same time that I took the time to put it together. So you might have some little tangles. For me, like I said, I like to minimize the amount of bobby pin, so I just wrap it under the bun. Now I'm going to take some of that gel, and I'm going to seal in some of those curls that I have pulled out. And just define those curls a little bit with my finger. Yeah, get up in there. Okay. And maybe at this point you kind of messed up your slick back or your high bun a little bit, so I'm just gonna brush that up a little bit to make sure that I don't have any wispies or nothing that's falling down. But I really like to call this a Cinderella look. Maybe that's what I'll call this, because some people might get offended that I'm calling it a Puerto Rican bun. But that's what it like reminds me of. Like all those girls that I grew up with, like the Mexican girls and Puerto Rican girls that had like those cute little like wet wavy buns that they would have after they washed their hair in the morning time and put some mousse in there and just went to school. This is what this reminds me of. But I'll call it a Cinderella bun, so that way, you know, I don't get flagged for racism, even though I'm trying to get props when props is due. Because I don't know how it feels if somebody was like, this is a black girl bun. But yeah, so just sprucing the top a little bit, making sure that there is some proper leave out. Okay, this one's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. That's probably what I was thinking. And I was trying to get this so I could wrap it under because it just didn't look natural. It's gonna take a while to manipulate, but pretty much that's it, you guys. Once you get the whole manipulation part out, then you're good to go. Okay guys, this is the final look. Please tell me how you feel about it in the comments below. Make sure you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you want to see more videos by me, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Made in Asia.